When the Second World War started, the United Kingdom faced the threat of air attack once more. This time, however, the British Isles were protected by an air defence network called the Dowding System. The original threat of air attack came in the First World War. In front of me is an original map from early 1915 which shows the anti-aircraft guns and searchlights that defended the centre of London. It shows how they were connected to each other and back to the control room in the Admiralty. Originally the defence was at Westminster, but then it extended to the centre of the City of London, and finally it came out to the extreme areas including Parliament Hill, Leyton Orient Football Ground and Honour Oak. And in 1916 responsibility for the air defence of London passed to the Royal Flying Corps. When the RAF was formed in 1918, anti-aircraft defences protected most of eastern England. The threat of war in the 1930s saw Fighter Command establish a new system of air defence, the Dowding System, named after its commander, Air Chief Marshal Sir Hugh Dowding. Although it resembled the earlier system, it combined many advantages, especially radar, fighter aircraft and ground defences, such as anti-aircraft guns, with barrage balloons in a unified system. The RAF organised the defence of Britain into 4 geographical areas, known as groups. These were 10 Group, under the command of Air Vice Marshal Sir Quentin Brand, covering southwest England and Wales. 11 Group, under Air Vice Marshal Keith Park, covered London and the southeast of England. 12 Group, under Air Vice Marshal Trafford Lee Mallory, covered the Midlands, East Anglia and parts of northern England. And 13 Group, under Air Vice Marshal Richard Saul, covered the rest of northern England, plus the south of Scotland and Northern Ireland. The groups were divided into sectors, with a main fighter airfield in each sector, the sector station, being equipped with an operations room from which the fighter aircraft were controlled. Chain Home was a series of radar stations along the south and east coasts of England and Scotland. They gave early warning of German raids as they approached Britain. Additional radar stations, Chain Home Low, were built to detect low-flying aircraft, unseen by the main Chain Home stations. Radar pointed out to sea and could not detect aircraft once they were inland. So additional information of approaching raids was provided by members of the Observer Corps, who could track aircraft inland and then report their sightings. Intelligence on incoming raids was passed to the filter room at Fighter Command headquarters at Bentley Priory, the centre of the Dowding System, before being displayed in the operations room. Once the direction of the raid was established, the information was sent to the relevant group's headquarters and filtered down to the appropriate sectors. They would then scramble fighters into action, with additional information being shared by radio as soon as it became available. The Dowding System could process huge amounts of information very quickly, and this was a significant part of the success of the Battle of Britain. It enabled Fighter Command to prepare for and intercept raids, making best use of the resources available. To discover more fascinating stories about the Royal Air Force, come to the RAF Museum.